Hey out there. Hey out there. Hey out there.
Hey out there.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
Now, how about some more of it?
Once more? All right, once more, please. And let it build.
Get a little closer to the girls.
No, then we'll get the clapping.
We're still rolling.
Go.
Quiet.
Hey out there.
No, once again. 3 of you. And
Hey. Hey out there.
once again.
3, 4. Hey out there.
Hey out there.
Hey out there.
Hey out there.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
Now, those people who clapped, what was the beat? Do you remember? No.
Save it, please. 12 apples, 1.
Look at him here. Scotty, escort them to the briefing room for an interview.
You can't make this.
For what reason?
Why should we?
Tell Herbert it's no go.
No go. No go.
No go. No go. No go. No go. No go. No go. No go. No go. No go. No go. No go. No go.
We're not in the mood, Herbert.
And cut.
You didn't want her to move forward.
Save it, please. Production 60043-79. Save it, please. 35 apples, 7.
Ready. And action.
You knew it was Celebium. You could have treated it. You're a murderer many times over.
Jim, what are you doing?
I thought my presence might quiet Dr. Lester. It seems to have had the opposite effect.
It has nothing to do with you. It's a symptom of their developing radiation illness.
The test with ship's equipment doesn't show any internal damage.
Sorry. That's okay. You're all right. Now, here's the cut.
Save it, please.
Dr. Coleman, your patient.
Oh, Dr. McCoy. Oh, Nurse Chapel.
Dr. Coleman.
Nurse, the sedative.
No sedative.
Cut it, please.
Nice wrong.
Okay.
I won't allow it.
Save it, please. 35 Baker, 2.
Ready. And action.
Dr. Lester and her staff have been under my supervision for 2 years now. If you don't accept my recommendations, her health or her death will be your responsibility.
Dr. McCoy, I'm sorry, but I'll have to remove you from the case and turn it over to Dr. Coleman.
You can't do that, Jim. My medical authority is final on the ship.
But if Dr. Coleman wants to assume full responsibility, let him do it.
I won't allow it.
It's been done. Dr. Coleman, your patient.
Dr. McCoy. Nurse Chapel.
Dr. Coleman, didn't you suggest sedation to rest the patient?
Yes, Captain.
It's not necessary. Can't you see she's coming out of it, Jim?
No
Dr. Coleman.
sedative.
Nurse, the sedative.
A sedative isn't wise at this time, Captain.
Captain, no. not
Dr.
Captain.
Coleman's decisions are final.
No.
Nurse Chapel, you have your orders.
Dr. McCoy. Not Captain. Not Captain.
Follow your instructions, nurse.
No. McCoy. Not. Let me speak. No. No.
Got it? Okay, that's a print.
Save it, please. 35 Chicago, 1.
Line out. And action. Who is smoking during a tape? The record hasn't smoked in 12 years. Cut it.
It's still burning, George.
Save it, please.
I know you can't see my hand, but I want
35 Chicago, 2.
ready and action. Blink your eyes and wait. Catch your breath. And cut it. Okay?
Save it, please.
You can't do that, Jim. On this ship, my son of a gun. What is it?
Save it, please.
My medical authority is final.
39, take 2.
Superb.
Yeah, give them the whole line, but
Right.
give them all at once. Ready? And Harry.
Dr. Lester and the staff have been under my supervision.
Save it, please. 36 apples, 2.
Ready? And action.
I thought my presence might quiet Dr. Lester, but apparently it's had the opposite effect.
Well, it has nothing to do with you. It's, let me take that again,
Ready?
Keep going.
Unfortunately.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Save it,
Gentlemen, I'm
please.
very sorry, fellas. Believe me. It has nothing to do with you. It's a system of the, give me that.
It's a symptom of the developing radiation sickness or illness. Ready?
Symptom of the developing radiation illness.
It has nothing to,
Wait. And action.
it has nothing to do with you. It's a system.
Cut it.
Save it, please.
I'm sorry, fellas. I've never done this in my life. And I want to.
36 apples, 4.
Ready? And action.
It has nothing to do with you. It's a symptom of the developing radiation process.
All right, go back and do the same thing again. Wait. Ready? And
It has nothing to do with you. It's a symptom of the radiation illness.
now go back and developing radiation illness. Ready?
It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with you. It's a symptom of the developing radiation illness.
All right, now go back and do it all together clean. Ready? And action.
It has nothing to do with you. It's a symptom of the developing radiation illness.
Well, the tests with the ship's equipment show no internal radiation damage, Dr. Coleman.
Dr. Coleman, didn't Dr. Lester's staff develop delirium before they went off and died?
Yes, Captain.
Well, Dr. Lester could be suffering from a phaser stun from all the symptoms I've been able to detect, Jim.
Dr. Coleman, Dr. McCoy is very experienced in radiation exposure, especially on board the Enterprise. I've been guided by his opinion.
Well, Dr. Lester and the staff have been under my supervision for 2 years now. Her... Cut it.
Reload.
Save it, please.
What are you... If you don't accept my recommendations, the responsibility of her life or her death will be in your hands. And I go for the dialogue. Should we do it again?
Cut it. No.
Huh?
Save it, please.
You want to keep it?
36 Baker, 2.
Okay, ready? Action.
Dr. Lester and her staff have been my... What?
Under my supervision for the last 2 years.
Fine.
Ready? And action.
Dr. Lester and her staff have been under my Dr. Lester. No, come on, shit. Let's do it.
And save it, please.
Here we go.
Supervision. Dr. Lester and the staff have been under my superstition.
Cut it. Okay.
Save it, please.
Well, let me do it, please. Responsibility for her health or her death will be yours. Responsibility for her health or her death will be yours.
Now go back and do the hold on. Ready and action.
Dr. Lester and her staff have been under my Excuse me,
cut it.
Save it, please. 36 Denver, 1.
Okay. Quiet, ready, and
Jim, what are you doing here?
I thought my presence might quiet Dr. Lester. Apparently, it's had the opposite effect. Up.
yeah, ready, and action.
Jim.
Cut it.
First 2 lines, a wild track for 35. Save it, please. Production 60043-79.
Nurse, administer the...
Ready, and Dr. Coleman.
Nurse, will you administer...
Ready, and Dr. Coleman.
Once more on that, please.
Look at me, will you? Dr. Coleman.
Nurse, will you administer... Hold it, go.
Dr. Coleman.
Nurse, administer the sedative.
66, take 3.
They're always going to crack me up.
Okay.
Dr. McCoy? Dr. McCoy?
Quiet would be best for you.
Where's Dr. McCoy?
I am in charge now.
Bring Dr. McCoy at once. He is in command of medicine on this ship.
He was taken off your case by Captain Kirk.
By Captain Kirk?
It was done for your own protection, Dr. Lester.
I am not Dr. Lester.
Dr. Lester, radiation in small amounts can have a strange effect upon the mind. With proper rest and treatment, I think we can cure you.
I am not mad. I am not Janice Lester. Janice did this to me. Now, how can I make you understand? Janice has driven herself mad with jealousy, hatred, and ambition. Nurse Chapel, bring Mr. Spock and Dr. McCoy to me at once. Now, they must believe me. I am not Janice Lester. I am
She is
imprisoned in her
suffering from
body,
the
but I am
illusions
not
that she
Janice.
is Captain Kirk.
I am not Janice
Radiation
Lester.
has been developing for the past 6 months. It has been intensified. She must be kept sedated, nurse.
Well, shall I prepare a mild sedative, Doctor?
Of course.
No. No sedative. I'll be quiet.
Cut it. Oh, we had a false move. Stay right there. And pick
Save
it
it,
up.
please.
That's a print and a pickup. Go from...
60.
Ready, and action.
She is suffering from the...
Ready, and action.
She is suffering from the... Who's right there?
I don't know.
Right there. Good.
All right.
Keep going. It's all right.
Ready, action.
She is suffering from the delusions of being Captain Kirk.
I am not Dr. Lester.
The paranoia seems that...
All right, cut it.
That's what
Save it, please.
yesterday...
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Yesterday was New Year's.
69, take 2.
Ready, and action.
She is suffering from the delusion of being Captain Kirk.
I am not Janice Lester.
The paranoia seems to... The paranoia seems to have... The paranoia... Shit. The paranoia seems to have...
Save it, please.
Seems to have developed.
Wild track for scene 66, take 1.
Action.
Pulse, pressure, blood count, all body functions normal. Then why am I here?
Once more now.
Okay.
Ready? It's more quizzical.
Pulse, pressure, blood count, all body functions normal. Then why am I here?
Okay, Carl?
Save it.
Okay, now we go.
Sweep down, please. Clean it out.
Thank you.
Put the bed in.
Wild track for scene 73, take 1.
Ready, and action.
Of course. You are Dr. Lester.
You know. Fly in the back.
Boys, all the work.
You must accept the Yeah, well, he knows.
I know, I'm waiting for the quiet, okay?
Ready? Go.
You must accept the reality.
Do it again.
You must accept the reality. You are insane, Dr. Lester.
A little louder. Okay, quiet. Go.
You must accept the reality. You are insane, Dr. Lester.
Cut it. Okay.
Save it, please. 76. Take one.
Captain's log. Star date unknown. I have lost track of time. I'm still held captive in a strange body and separated from all my crew. I must find a way to let them know that I'm not mad, or I shall go mad myself. Door. Go. Pardon us. Oh, sorry.
Save it, please.
What's the talk, boys?
I must have sounded quite mad to you before.
What you've been through would have completely broken most of us.
I'll be all right now. Could I see your Dr. McCoy?
I'm afraid that's against Dr. Coleman's orders.
Ah. Well, is a visit by that very kind Dr. Spock, Mr.
Dr. Spock.
Yes,
Dr. Spock?
Once again.
All right, save it, please.
We'll do it again.
Well, I'll be right back. You know, I'm glad you're feeling so much better.
Better?
What is it with her in the door? You're the only one that I have any problem.
Save it, please.
Okay, print that.
Production 60043-79. Save it, please. 118, take one.
Big. Ready, and action.
It's quite all right, Ensign. Everything's under control.
Phasers.
Repetition of your violence is uncalled for. No physical resistance will be offered.
Attention all personnel. First Officer Spock has been placed under arrest. He has conspired with Dr. Lester to take over the ship from your captain. A hearing will be immediately convened to consider the charges and specifications of a general court-martial on the charge of mutiny.
Got it?
I want to transfer.
Save it, please. 119, Baker, 1.
We'll just finish here.
Okay, ready, and action. Cards.
Phasers.
A repetition of your violence is not called for, sir. No further resistance will be offered. Again.
Excuse me.
Physical resistance.
He says, sir.
Save it, please.
Okay.
119, Baker, 2.
Ready, and action. Cards.
Phasers.
A repetition of your physical violence will not be called for, sir. Again.
Ready, and action. Cards.
Phasers.
A repetition of your physical violence is not called for, sir. No physical resistance will be offered.
Cut it? Okay.
And save it, please.
Close up on Sandra. Captain Kirk.
147, Baker, 4.
Quiet! Okay, ready, and action. Now. Cut it! Print it!
Save it, please.
That's a crime.
134, take 1.
Scotty?
Doctor? Doctor, I've seen the captain feverish, sick, drunk, delirious, terrified, overjoyed, boiling mad. But up to now, I have not seen him red-faced with hysteria. I know how I'm going to vote.
I've been through this with Spock. He's not being scientific. Neither are you.
It may not be scientific, but if Mr. Spock thinks it happened, then it must be logical.
Don't you think I know that? My tests show there's nothing wrong with the captain. Now, that's the only fact Starfleet's going to be interested in.
Headquarters has its problems, but we have ours. And right now, the captain of the Enterprise is our problem.
Oh, Dr. McCoy, excuse me. At first I didn't notice it, but in her first lucid moment, Dr. Lester asked me why we were going to miss our rendezvous.
Sorry, sir.
You overstepped.
Save it, please. 134 apples, 1.
Ready and action.
Don't you think I know that? My tests show there's nothing wrong with the captain. Now, that's the only fact Starfleet's going to be interested in.
Headquarters has its problems, and we have ours. And right now, the captain of the Enterprise is our problem.
Oh, Dr. McCoy, excuse me. I didn't notice it at first, but when, in her first lucid moment, when Dr. Lester... Oh, God, I can't get it out.
Save it, please. Wild track for scene 134 apples. Take 1.
Oh, Dr. McCoy, excuse me.
Once more.
Oh, Dr. McCoy, excuse me.
Save it, please.
Say goodnight, babe, to Majel.
Good night, Majel. Majel.